Hello and welcome to the Respond Customer Service webinar series. My name is Jeremy Johnson, part of the marketing team, and we are glad that you are with us today. This webinar happens the second Tuesday of every month, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, and then on across the time zones. Again, we're glad that you've chosen to join us today. We are pre-recording today's session, so you can check this out during the normal time or consult the recording later. Couple of bits of housekeeping here on the front end of our webinar. We do offer EMS billing training periodically throughout the year in different locations coast to coast for you and your staff to come together to network, to learn more of the deeper functions of the system. And one of the other benefits of that time is continuing education units that are available through NAAC for those training times. So please do keep an eye out for that information. The 2018 dates and locations will be out soon, so that'll be a great thing for you and your staff to plan on. We'll go ahead and skip the dashboard information today due to the pre-recording, and we'll jump right into the topic, and that's archiving and unarchiving calls and patients in the Respond billing system. And we have Lea Ehrie back with us as our training specialist to give us that information today. So I'll go ahead and make Lea the presenter and say welcome to her. Good to have you with us today, Lea.
Thank you, Jeremy, for that wonderful, warm welcome. And thank you guys out there for watching this webinar. Like Jeremy said, today what we're going to be touching on is the archiving and unarchiving of calls and patients. So with no further ado, we're going to dive right in on how to do that. First thing is we do have to have either the call screen or the patient screen open to do so. So hypothetically, we've got an example here that I can show you. So this Minnesota test case number 7 is the one that I'm going to pick on today. A key factor with archiving, there's 2 key factors. One, some of the things that I may show you today, if you do not see these options, it's typically because of a security profile rights that you don't have, that either A, may need to be turned on, or B, maybe your managers or some other person's responsibility, we'll go with that, to do that, meaning they make that decision of what can be archived and unarchived rather than everybody having the rights. So if you don't see something, definitely contact your manager, see if they can do it, or if you should be doing it if the rights need to be turned on, and that can be done per a manager. Otherwise, tech support can help you as well. The other key that is really important is the zero balance. Any call or patient that needs to be archived or is chosen to be archived does need to be in a zero balance. You cannot archive if there's a balance associated with the call and or the patient if you're doing it on the patient side. So this example, the Minnesota test case number 7, is the one that I'm going to use as our guinea pig here to show you how this works. So if I go into my data entry, with the call open, then I can choose to archive that call. And we do get this pop-up just ensuring, are you sure this is what you want to do? It's not taken lightly. So we do have a warning, make sure. And yep, we definitely want to. Now if we notice and look at our regular database, I do not see that Minnesota test call number 7 anymore. It's not in this listing anymore. Hypothetically, let's say, hey, I need to see that call again. Then we'd go while the call screen is open here. I didn't mean to open that. While the call screen is open here, then I can go to File and View Archive Data. Using my magnifying glass again to search, now I can see my call. Once I open that call, notice in the beautiful red bold lettering, it says archive view only. So once it's been archived, I can't make any changes. I can definitely see the call and I can flip through the tabs and get the information that I may need off of it, but it's still in that view only state of the archive. All right. Now, if I wanted to leave it in the archive and say that I needed to go back and I need to look at my regular database, I do have to, quote unquote, flip that switch. So I need to go back to File and View Current Data. Now when I choose my magnifying glass to search, I'm in my regular data to search again. So it's like almost not really databases, but 2 different file folders of searching of your regular data versus the archive data. Now, if I purposely switch back to the View Data, Archive Data, so I'm looking at that different folder, And again, I've got my archive view only. Well, if I wanted to bring this one back to life, I could go into my data entry and unarchive that call. So I'm still in my archive folder. I don't see that call anymore. I make that switch to the next folder of File, View Current Data, and magically there's my Minnesota test case number 7 there again in my regular data. Notice the archive is gone because I took it out of that archive folder and put it back in my regular data folder. Pretty much the exact same features and steps with the patient. Again, once I choose which patient, I'm going to do the no patient because it's easy to find. Definitely has to have a zero balance. I can go into my data entry and archive that patient, making sure I want to do that, and yes, I do. Oh, what did it say? Data entry, archive patient. Oh, this patient cannot be archived because it is used as the following. Patient account on one call. Check the accounts tab for the details, which is an awesome feature to be able to show you guys that it has that built-in feature to let you know what's going on with that call. All right, so this is associated with my Minnesota test call patient there. Call and patient, I should say. So let me bring that bad boy back up again. Data entry, archive call. And we've got included 0. We're going to have to re-record, Jeremy.
We're going to let the recording go. This is an easy one to edit.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes, because we'll just stop it and cut out this chunk in the middle.
Because I don't understand why it's not letting me archive this call. It says a 0 balance everywhere.
And what's it? I can't see what it's saying to you this morning. See if I remember anything.
Patient cannot be archived because it is used as the following. Patient account on one call. Check the accounts tab for details. Well, I did that, and it's still a 0 balance call.
But can it not be associated with something? Is the call?
The call's
is the
not
call still
open.
archived?
No, I unarchived it, and I checked that. I mean, every patient is pretty much going to be associated with a call. And everything's 0 balance. So I don't understand why it's not letting me. And this is the exact same one I just used the first time, and it worked just fine. So let's pick. All right, they're not associated. I'll just pick this one.
Okay. So what I want you to do is just get back down there and start 3, 2, 1, and then go.
Okay, ready. Restart. 3, 2, 1. So on the patient side, the feature is basically the exact same of once you have the patient chosen that you would like to archive, again with a 0 balance, then you have the option of going up to data entry and archiving that patient. It's going to give you that warning, making sure this is what you really, really want to do, and go ahead and choose yes. All right. Then once we go into file, if you did need to view it at a later time or right away just to confirm that it's there, definitely can once I search, and right there, right at the top there is the patient that I had just archived. And again, you get the message down here in the bold that it's the archive view only. And if for whatever reason you needed to change it back into the regular data instead of the archived, you can go to the unarchived patient. But you still have to flip that switch. You got to go back to the current data. And from there, you'd be able to see that patient. And ta-da, there it is once again. So again, this feature can be done on the patient or the call side as long as you have permissions to do it. And the big thing, as long as it's in a zero balance. If it's not a zero balance, the system will give you a forewarning and won't let you archive that. So it's not like it can be done by mistake. Wonderful. So thank you for joining me today. If you have any concerns or questions, you can always give us a call at support, and I wish you a wonderful day.